So there's a quick video just to show you what I've done in terms of price list management. And um, if you've been dealing with wholesalers and price lists, you've probably come across no wholesaler or supplier has the same format price list. So what I've written is something that brings multiple price lists from different suppliers or different price lists from the same supplier into one single common format and does all the mapping and works everything out. So in this case, I've got these two price lists, one from supplier called Supplier 1 full from Supplier 1 and Supplier 2 full from Supplier 2. And some of this one here has actually got prices in euros, so it does actually convert the prices as well. So my first step is if I go into my, just close these down so they don't cause me a problem. If I go into my system, first thing I need to do is map my suppliers. In fact, I've already done that here. So what I'm doing up here is I'm putting in the supplier, it's actually supplier name, the price list. So let's put in the supplier 2. It's a full price list. Oops, supplier 2. It's a full price list. If I want to default a different sheet name, and I can. I'm not doing any conversions in here. So I don't need the exchange rate. A default tax rate is 20%, and they're all going into this single file called master supplier price list, and this is where they're all located. So I've done that already. So now if I go into the mappings, what I'm doing here is I'm bringing in those configurations for each of the supplier price lists. So again, this one here, supplier 1 has got currency conversion and it's converting at a rate of 0.84. So the first thing I need to do is click load heading line, and that brings in the headings from this supplier list. And then it's just a case of doing the mappings. And because I've previously done this, it's bringing in the previous mappings I've done. So what I would have done here is I would have individually brought in these fields here. It would have mapped the columns, and then I would have hit this save price list configuration button, which then saves all of the mappings in here. So I don't have to redo them every time I bring a price list in, which is the same. Once I've done that, I hit copy price list, and that is now copying the single supplier information into the master. And again, if I now do that for the second one, so bring in supplier 2, load to supplier list details. So in this case, you can see there is no conversion. Load the heading lines. I've already done the mapping, so it's bringing here, and this is a good example where I may have put that in error. So it says there's an error because there is no value stock. So if I just blank that out, it gets rid of that error. And now copy. That's copied it. And if I close that down and open up the master supplier list, you can see there that it has merged all of the information into one single format. You would see this one here if you remember that, or if you're watching, that you would have saw the unit price for that product would have been 50 euros. So it's converted that down to 42 pence. So yeah, pretty good. It makes things a lot quicker. It's much easier having everything in one single file. And yeah, if you've got any comments, I'd be interested in seeing them. Thanks.